Welcome to WTF Red, the only Reddit channel that will blow your mind. Like and subscribe right now to support Pepe's career as an independent musician. Ask Reddit, what's an unexpectedly well-paid job? There is a job in my country called chicken SXer. You're paid something like 10k euros permission to touch newborn chicks and determine their sex. Boiler operator. Get paid $35 hour to play Skyrim on Switch while watching Netflix. Just have to find one that's a operator and no maintenance. I work at home as a closed captioner broadcaster for the news. I make my own schedule and make between $35 to $65 per hour depending on the job. Large investment to get started, but significantly worth the payout. What qualifications does your job require? Very interesting. You have to go through a course. The course is $800 per month, and you work at your own pace. I worked while I did it at my main job, so it took me about 7 months to complete. Most people are between 6 and 9 months though. Between the course and all the equipment it's about a $10,000 investment to start, but very much worth it, and you make the investment back quickly. Garbage collectors in New York are paid up to $112k, a solid salary considering you don't even need a degree. Sounds like a nice fallback plan for me. Airline dispatcher. A girl I dated many years ago I met because she was living in my town training to be an airline dispatcher. There are just a handful of schools that teach it. I had no idea what an airline dispatcher was, let alone how much money they get paid. Dispatchers at FedEx can make $150,000 per year or more. It also gives you a lot of options to advance at an airline, like being station chief at an airline. The girl I dated had a dream to one day be Air France station chief in Tahiti. I don't know if she made it or not. Court reporting. Stenography is a tough skill to learn, but plenty of court reporters earn over $100k, and no college degree required, although most CRs will need to be certified. I'm currently in court reporting school and holy shit it is hard, but I enjoy it. I should be finished later this year and I can't wait to start working. Technical writing. If you have the ability to take complex technical information and simplify it according to the reading audience, you can make well over $100,000 annually. People ridicule English degrees until they find out how much can be earned as a technical writer. Mobile crane operator. Union guys pull over $200k and it's a trade that's pretty easy on the body. Operating engineers have a surprisingly high occurrence of back, neck and wrist injuries. They do make a ton of money though. I don't know if this is true in other cities, but TN bus operators in Boston make bank. I've rarely met a higher paid, less engaged group of employees in my life, and I work in recruiting. Utility lineman. There is a developing shortage nationwide due to baby boom retirements. It's well paid base, but the overtime is fabulous. I have a couple friends who got into this after they left the military. They all make well over 100k. Storm seasons bring in tons of overtime. They're all in their mid to late 20s buying houses. I fix hospital beds, will be making 100k within my first 2 years with full benefits. I also have full control over my hours. I drive machinery in a coal mine in Australia. I make about 170k. Even our new trainees are paid pretty well, about $48 per hour. I think it ends up being close to 100k. Easy money for sitting on your ass in an air-conditioned cab. Longshoreman. If you are a senior member of a union you make absolute cake. $180k plus a year. Self-employed cleaning services. I don't know exactly what to call it. My parents started getting paid $35 an hour cleaning a community center to $50 from cleaning offices. My mom started it, then my dad joined in to help her with the hours and taking care of the house and kids. Eventually my mom got good contacts and started cleaning the offices of managers from factories, Sacramento politicians, and stuff alike. Can't express how proud I'm of my mom. She turned all those shitty Hispanic cleaning lady jokes into something brag-worthy. Ups drivers can make close to 100k if you stay there long enough. Blew me away when I first heard that. Ditch digger. Actually, directional boring. Guy I know was literally a ditch digger, but got into this by renting the specialized equipment just at the right time and right place. Fiber optic build out in the 1990s. He will also say that he made it simply by being reliable and trustworthy. I do not know exactly how much he makes, but he has an 80-foot sport fisherman. Probably cost $7-10 million. And he bought a $4 million property on a whim. I was a bathroom attendant in a fancy restaurant. Made hundreds of dollars a night in cash to do next to nothing. Well, they don't do nothing. Their purpose seems to be to make the bathroom experience half as convenient and 1000% more awkward, and they always succeed. If you have a strong stomach, cleaning up death and crime scenes pays very well and requires little education. I have a friend who did this. It definitely paid well, but he talked about some of the things he saw, and I don't know if I could do it myself. The year I got out of high school, I picked up a job at a private country club working the bag room. When I spotted a member, I'd grab their reserved/private cart from the garage and load their clubs on it that they kept stored in the bag room. Couple damp towels hung on the back, pencils, scorecards and everything waiting by the time they stepped up. Place was primarily executives and whatnot for like the major automotive companies here in Michigan. I made a couple hundred each day in tips. During a couple tournaments that took place, I went home with around $500 in my pocket. I took home so much each day that I kept forgetting to pick up my paycheck, which was something like another $400 each week. Late 90s minimum wage. Only part of the job I hated was using the picker to get the balls off the range. There was always some ass bag trying to use me for target practice. Bartending. Some people know, but the overwhelming majority don't. If I only work 20 hours, 2 days a week this year, weekends, I would make close to $50K. If I really tried and worked 2 solid jobs 5 days a week, I would easily hit close to, if not over $100K. This doesn't apply to every bar or bartender. You're not going to make this type of money at an Applebee's or a super franchised corporate establishment. Collecting golf balls. Saw on the news a guy makes over $250,000 traveling around and using scuba gear getting golf balls. IDK surprising, but one people don't think about. Selling ad space on local broadcast stations. I do it and make more than most families do in my area, and I'm at smaller market. Going into a medium one can put you well into 6 figures. Scrum Masters in software development industry. They are paid 6 figures for basically setting up meetings and being cheerleaders. They don't have any responsibility for delivery of work, and they don't have any work beyond what I described. Dog groomer. It's a weird industry, though, and a skill that really has to be learned hands-on. Grooming schools can be a good start, but I know great groomers that never went to school for it, and terrible groomers that spend thousands on classes. Just being good at handling dogs is the best foundation for success. It's not the easiest job in the world. It's largely commission based, and you're lucky if you get any benefits out of it, but if you get enough practice in to be good at it and build up a loyal clientele base in a decently affluent area, it's good money. The haircuts I do range from $70 to $175, and I'm paid 50%, which averages out to around $30 to $35 an hour most days. Not everyone tips, but those that do usually tip $5 to $20 per dog, and because I do about 40 dogs in an average week, that's an extra couple hundred in my pocket. So if you don't mind working on your feet all day, sustaining repetitive motion injuries, not taking lunch breaks, dealing with insane customers, and picking shit off dog buttholes, it's a good living. Underwater welding pays a tremendous amount. The only one I know personally retired comfortably in his 40s. San Francisco Poop Patrol. A 10-person team. All they do is go around the city and clean up human feces, which is apparently a problem there. They make about $80,000 a year, plus pensions and benefits, which bring the total to about $150,000. Not even kidding. Let's go scoop poop. Thanks for tuning in for this WTF Red episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the one and only Ask Reddit channel that will blow your mind every time.